This is what it looks like from the photos anyway. That's photo 1. This is photo 2. Not very good photos. Not the best way of presenting them either, but there's that. That. Which this date told me that it was going to be a Trinity, hopefully. Hopefully that's true. But I spotted that it has a Logitech something or other on the back, so that'll be interesting to find out what that is. And just the back ports again. The HDMI doesn't look bad. So that is rather well. And the last one looks like it's missing the side panel. But that's okay, because I have a lot of cases just laying around. So now here it is. I'm going to open this up. Take a gander. See what we're actually working with. I was hoping for a nicer box so I could reuse it. Looks like someone's reused this a couple times. In the past. Yes. Part of the thing that I'm actually buying these things for is packing material. So if they got that, then that's awesome. So there she be. Looks a bit dirty in the fan. Take a look. Yeah, just a bit dirty in there. Not too terrible. Let's see what the SanDisk is. That is 32 gig. Nice. The sticker hasn't been opened. Yes, I got yellow fingers. That's a mixture of tea and nicotine. The date here indicates that it's going to be a Trinity 2010. So that's pretty awesome. There's that side panel missing. That's fine. Like I said, I got more pieces. Front, that actually works. Xbox 360S Slim Black console only. Model 1439, no hard drive, parts only. Again. Disk drive doesn't open, was dropped. $13.50 for shipping and handling from California, and I paid $18.75 for the console. That was marked down from $24.99. So, I mean, not too bad. Let's check this out. Let's see, we've got power to the brick already, so I don't have to plug that in. It's already plugged in. Now let's just try to fire it up. You're going to lose video here for a second, don't you worry. Okay, so the lights seem normal. It seems like the drive is actually stuck open. So that's not a big deal. Let's see if there's any games. Any games? Probably not. I mean, it just has that little SD card. Oh, I took it out. I only need 2 of these, but I don't know which ones. And I always get it wrong, so I'll grab all 3. These are relatively easy to pull up. Just, you know, give it a tilt. You see these little clips on the side? Just go on each side of it and do that. That's some dust there. Now these are a little bit crappier to actually have to get into, but these little clips right here, you have to pull up while you're pulling this away. I got my arm in the way. You can feel a little clip in there, and there's going to be one about the halfway mark. Yeah, and then right here. Flip her around, same thing. And this one here. Now these ones are a little bit harder to get to. Apparently they pulled this up before, at least trying to get into it. Again, doesn't matter, because I've got side panels out the wazoo, out the zazoo. So we can get that. It seems like they didn't break the actual casing of it, it's just this part here. So that's even better. Oh, that one's a little rough. Doesn't want to come out. Let's try flipping it around and starting on this side. There are one of these that has the tab a little hidden with a tooth. It's this one here, actually. You can't really see it until you actually pull it aside, and there we have it. And this one's giving me trouble still on this other side. And that looks like a point of impact. Okay. Oh, wow. We got ourselves a little nest in there. Nest of fuzzies. Yeah, it actually went through the sticker this time. Out of everything to do to these things, this is the worst. I hate opening. I don't hate it, but it's not pleasant sometimes. In some of these cases, to open just that one clip. Just that single one every time. And it's right under here. Sometimes you can go like that with your thumb real quick and it'll bust loose, but other times, if it hasn't been opened before, then it's gonna be a pain. There we go. I broke something. Yeah, that's where it was. You'll have that. If only I had 3 legs, I'd kick myself in the nuts. This is one handy tool, I tell you what. No, I'm not going to use heat again. That's just stupid. I don't care if the warranty is void. Okay, so there's those 4 screws. Now you got to flip it on its front cover. And there's another screw up here. Don't forget this one. That holds your hard drive into place. Well, all I need to do is go like that and try to pull it backwards a little bit while pulling forwards on the front so it releases these clips. But there's a metal shield that it actually goes in between too, so yeah. See, that goes around the case and it's those clips are going up underneath here. Oh, that actually snapped by itself over the years. Okay, so this front panel seems okay. Button wasn't put. Oh. I spoke too soon. Try to get this fan shroud off. This foam around the fan always disintegrates after some time. This is one of the older ones, so it's definitely going. Might as well get this power panel off. That's the main cause of all this, so I mean, you can probably fix it. It's probably just dirty. Maybe the belt came off. I don't know, maybe someone jammed something in there. Maybe there's a disc in there. Hey, I might get a freebie. And it is a Trinity, indeed. That's awesome. Quite the dusty bird here. I won't like it. Okay, I know it's a Trinity, so I know it doesn't require a postfix adapter, so I'm not going to take this off just yet because I'm going to have to flip the board over and it's going to put dust all over my bench. So what I do need to do is take this and take the air compressor to it. See, there's some dust bunnies in there. And I'm sure that the heatsink compound is pretty well used. 2010, it's 2024. But that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to go do this in about 5 minutes. And then I'll be right back. Now I'm going to let this loose. There we go. Nice. Okay. Not terrible, but definitely crusted. And not going to do a very efficient job. Get the old Zippo fluid. Ah, there we go. Cool, it didn't break. Okay, so to remove thermal paste is what I use as lighter fluid. I just kind of dab it on there and then leave it sit for a couple seconds, and it'll just come right off. Much better than scraping or... Yeah, it's coming right off. I'm barely even putting any pressure on it. You just go in circles and it'll just keep collecting. What you don't want, though, is it coming off the sides and going under the chip. Rubbing alcohol afterwards, the Zippo fluid just kind of lightens it up. But yeah, definitely use alcohol afterwards because it leaves oils behind that are very bad for the motherboard. Also try not to get it under the chip. That's also bad. Now the alcohol. Now you'll probably want to do this about twice. Yeah, see? I think I'll just use the same cloth. Alright, yeah, so down the right side of this is for the Trinity. I have this wired up for 4 GB Coronas on the left side. On the right side is Trinity, regular Coronas. That's everything from version 1 up to whatever, just not the 4 gig. And also the FATs, which you don't really want to do a FAT with RGH3 because it's not very consistent. Boot times can be crazy or just not at all. I do need my side snips. Clean this. Fiberglass pen. Clean it again. Now tin it up. 3 on one side, 2 on the other. Just like in the diagram. Okay, now I gotta do some boring work of chopping wires. These are Samsung RAM chips. So they're not wind bond and I don't have to patch it. So that's cool too. Trinities are just freaking awesome. Like decorating a Christmas tree. Black. The white. White is orange. Orange is second. Brown. Brown is above that. Brown is green. Red. We'll get the black here. And now we need the blue and the green. And the green. Make sure everything is wired up correctly. And test it with a multimeter. I mean, these all look good. Wait, I'm missing a wire here. What's going on? Here I was thinking, oh yeah, I cut an extra yellow wire for no reason. And dumbass didn't put one on there. Why didn't you tell me? Yellow is actually black on here because it's the ground. That makes sense. Orange, brown, black, red. And then black again because it's actually yellow. Try getting a ring. Yeah. There we go. Nand reading. This is a wireless LAN. So it picks up the wireless and then it turns it into a LAN connection. And with JRunner, you can pick up the key through the network. So this portion's done. And I'll have to come back to it's actually right to the NAND. C5R35. Up here. 1, 2. This is a Trinity. So you gotta go all the way down here. So it's that one right there. Now I should just add alcohol to begin with because that makes it a lot easier to see. But I'll just show you how much easier it is to see afterwards. I'm kind of straying from the path here. Hey, that looks terrible. But, add that, you can see what you're doing. Just like so. I might be able to get this one little corner a little bit more. Just a smidgen. But you don't want to scrape. You just want to kind of drag it. Very easily, not push down. Next up, I'll be pre-tinning R3R22 RGH3 and also FT2V1. But before pre-tinning, you want to add some flux to these. Gives it a stronger bond. You know that it's not going to come off. It's just so much better. Also, what I want to do is get the wires ready. Make it about this much longer because you want to have some wrapping space for your resistor. Okay, so cut this right in half. Now these, just one side you don't want to pre-tin because you're going to want to wrap it around that wire and you're not going to be able to do that if it's pre-tin. Go ahead and wrap this around here. Use those for jumpers, that sort of thing. going to pretend this and make sure that this is going to line up from here to there. Yeah, I still got some slack. I can cut away at this. Cut this in half. Now I have a hot air workstation, but I prefer this method for these. The old tried and true. There. Good to go. Get this out of the way, and we'll measure up another wire. Okay, 3, 2, there. Damn it, I wish I wouldn't have ruined these. See, I got this really thick wire, and it dented my chops. Now, I might not actually have to use the syringe, but there is some in the tip here, and I don't need much. I just scoop it out and place it where I need it. Trim this up. Try to add some solder to the point. And it'll be going here. Yeah, that's nice and tight. Okay, that's good. A little more wire than I would have liked, but it's on there good. And this one, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna trim up both of these sides. There's that point and this one. Yeah, that'll do. And now we can try powering her on. Where's my alcohol? That on the flux. And that should do her. Throw this on here. Throw this under here. Turn the board so I can actually get to the USB port, as always. Okay, now we're in business. So make sure glitch 2 is checked, make sure RGH3 is checked, create XeLL. We got our XeLL image created, we got our Nand dump, and this is glitch ECC. We want glitch ECC and the Nand dump on these. So, write XeLL. It seems to be going. Now this is optional, but I like to do it just to make sure. Unplug that. Then unplug this. Now plug this back in. Power board. I gotta jump this. 2 and 3, I think it is. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We've got XeLL. Waiting for Link. He's come to town. And there is our IP that we need to put a 6 right there. Get CPU key. Hooray! Now we can power her down. Gonna make sure everything is correct here. This will unlock the console to do pretty much anything that you want it to. You can play emulators, backed up games from the hard drive without a disk, everything. Okay, let's see if this writes. And it is writing. I've got XEX menu on this, and that enables you to open Homebrew. I also have Aurora, which is the dashboard that replaces the original dashboard, whatever it's called. So you can actually load backups and all that sort of thing. Okay, so the write was successful. I'm gonna want to unplug this, take that out of the way, and we can plug this back in. I do want to make sure the chip's not touching the board though. Plug this fan back in. Plug this in. Unplug the internet, because I don't know if it's set to update automatically or not. You don't want to do that. And also plug in the USB and hit the button. Here we are. I do want to make sure that downloads automatically are off and all that. Autoplay, disable. Auto downloads off. System info. Yeah, it seems like the latest dashboards. That's good. Startup and shutdown. We're gonna turn startup. Okay, that's fine. Leave that off. Background downloads off. So make sure of that. Display 1080p, good. I'll go ahead and put some thermal paste on this. We're all done with this, so I can remove it. And I'll clean it up a little bit. Turn that to 350. Now, if you're using a desoldering braid to clean this up afterwards, make sure that you don't hit one of these capacitors or resistors, because that could be catastrophic, especially if you don't know that you did it. Just be aware of where they are. Yeah, see? Much better. Like I was never there. Wonderful. Now before you reseat this, you want to make sure that these are tight too. That's another problem you can run into later on down the road. Get some thermal paste. Back it off and put some dots in the corner. X-Clamp. These are easy enough. If you have your screwdriver handy. That one's being a little toughy. Put it around here. Now you do want to be careful when you put this on with a screwdriver because you can really destroy your motherboard this way. You just want to put it in sideways like that. Very carefully. Halfway sticking out if you got a long one like this. Because you can, like, if you do it like this, you'll be scratching your motherboard traces. There's like, I don't know, you can scratch like 7 of them. So you don't want to do that. It's very crappy to fix. Put it in halfway, sideways, and kind of twist it while you're pushing down. And that'll do the trick. Now I was going to use hot glue. I'm not going to do that, I guess. What I will do is use some Kapton tape instead. Some people prefer it. I'd rather have the hot glue, personally. Some people whine about it because once your GPU heats up, then they claim that it melts. But if your GPU is getting that hot, you got other problems. I don't like this stuff because once you have it on there for years, it crumbles. Of course, you should take it apart and change the thermal paste before 10 years, probably around 8. But how many people do that? I don't know. It's just my preference. But for someone to say that hot glue causes problems or whatever the hell they want to, it's so easy to remove. You just throw some alcohol on there and it'll lift it right up. People like to whine though, that's for sure. Everybody's a know-it-all. So this will work just fine. Let's see if we can't get this to actually boot into Aurora. Something fell. Now I don't have to worry about holding that heatsink on there, so that's cool. Now sometimes you don't have the latest update for the avatars to show up, and that's a problem. I'm going to unplug this drive and try restarting. I think it's causing problems. Try powering on without the drive in and see if it can get it to actually go to the menu. And while this is going on, I'm going to back up my Nand and sell it for soup. Yeah, see, my avatars are gone. So you're going to have to run an update. And if you want to play online, you're going to have to get a stealth server. Okay, in demos, I should have... Okay, there's XEX menu. Let's see if we can load that up. But I can only get to one USB drive, which is the other drive that isn't the one that's loading this. Oh, hell. Memory unit, USB storage device. That is XEX menu. This has 12 gigabytes free, so I want to copy this to the memory unit, not the... Yes, sign me in. No. Oh my god. I just unplugged that memory unit, or not memory unit. The USB drive that came with it, that smaller 32 gig Samsung, because it does not need to be in there and it will interfere with what I'm trying to do here. So here's Aurora. Copy XEX menu to the memory units, the internal memory unit. Shit, I don't have a hard drive. Oh, I do have a hard drive. Okay, so cancel this plan. I will cancel this plan. Turn it off. Turn off. Okay. Now, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the case so I can put this hard drive caddy in here. I can put the hard drive caddy in here and have it actually hold down the way it's supposed to be, because I'm basically done anyway. There's no reason not to have everything back together now. I just gotta get all my wires back to where they're supposed to be. I believe that's how that goes. Blue squishy. You can't see what I'm doing right now, but there's a little rubber thing that you gotta fit in between two plastic pieces. Get in there. Get in there. Come on now. Okay, so it's good now. I gotta make sure that this is on the hard drive, which it is. It's marked on the board. This goes here for the DVD drive. And I'm not real sure if I want to leave that memory unit in there or not, because it's probably going to die down the road. This has the system update on it, or it should. I'm not sure if it does right now, but it should. And I'm going to have to update it, apparently. So let's slide this drive in. Plug everything up. So let's try this. Now, with my hard drive in there, I believe I have stuff on it. I should be able to just power right into Aurora. All goes according to plan. No. Okay, so I must have formatted it. Why did I do that? Yeah, I did. At least copy XEX menu over to the hard drive. Can I do that? Oh no, I'd have to sign in. Ergonomics. Freaking XEX menu. FTP, apps, Aurora. Yeah. And I'll just plug in the LAN for the moment. Yeah, that's my FTP address. See if I can bring it up on my PC. Anyway, 192.168.1.6. We go Xbox, FTP, same for the password. 2121. Or it might be just 21. No. Okay, so it's not properly giving me a correct address, apparently. So I need to go into my network settings. First, I should actually copy content folder from the USB. Just that drive, just XEX menu. I guess I can copy the Netflix and whatever the crap. Doesn't really matter. But I do want my content folder on here. Now hopefully this will just do its thing. No more errors. Now the light on the front of the console is blinking ridiculously because there's no DVD drive in there. You're not supposed to update whenever you don't have a DVD drive hooked up, so don't try doing that or you could be banned. With a hacked console, it doesn't really matter if you're banned or not, but it's better off just having your Nand unbanned. You can buy another KV, it's not a big problem, but still, you're better off just not messing that up. Because once it is banned, that's the onboard. With a stealth server, you can buy another KV, but that's not the one that's actually written to the NAND. You write that to the hard drive in a text document, and it just kind of masks what you're using. I will throw the stealth server on here, and then download the update that way, I guess. I'd rather do it with the USB, but gotta do what you gotta do. FTP server, let's see, it should be Xbox FTP 21. Okay. That's 1.6. Port 21 is not written in. Okay. It's working now. Imagine that. Alright, so on hard drive 1, I want to make an apps folder. I go with Control-Shift-N, that'll make a new folder. Go to apps. And on my desktop, I have the folders that I want to copy. What I do want to copy, though, is Aurora, Dashlaunch, simple Nand flasher. I probably shouldn't put on there because people might use it and destroy their console. So, yeah, I'll just put Aurora, Dashlaunch, and XM360 on here. XM360 is used for unlocking trial or DLC, whichever. Dashlaunch will actually set your launch INI file to boot from whatever you want it to, say instead of the original menu that it goes to whenever you power on your Xbox. You don't want it to go there, so you want it to go to Aurora. Go to Dashlaunch, installer, defaults. So yeah, I already wrote my launch INI, so I shouldn't even have to configure it in Dashlaunch. But I will go to Dashlaunch anyway, just to confirm this. So apps, oh hell. Well, that shouldn't be there. Cut, and it's always an adventure to find everything that I need that I have in different places. So yeah, now what I want to do is go to Dashlaunch. Do not hit B or it'll take you back to the freaking main dashboard. Behavior. Okay, see, you want these all checked. That way, whenever you go online, you're not getting, or you're actually blocking their online services so you can't get banned. Live strong, live block, you want all these on. And my launch INI has this all configured, so I don't have to do that on my own. Proto, this is good to have. If you're not planning on buying a stealth server, that's a free alternative. Might as well try loading a game, eh? Why not? So I will go to add a path, make this infinite, because if you have folders below one level, then you kind of want that. We'll go ahead and choose this. It doesn't have anything in it because obviously I deleted everything. Well, it has XEX menu and Netflix apparently, but onboard memory unit, we'll go ahead and add that one. And that's the one that should have games in it. So I think that's what we'll go with for now. Defense grid. Now, if I were to open these, they'd probably come up as trials. And see, you can get the update right there. But yeah, this is probably going to come up as a trial if I try to load it. So that's where XM360 comes into play. You go to XM360, and it usually does take a while to load up. I have to work on this now. Wonderful. Yeesh. What the hell that is? Okay, what's going on with this? Seems to have all the teeth. What I'm most curious about is this little piece right here. What is going on? Looks like it's built into it. The belt's pretty loose. That's for sure. Just like that. Yeah. That should be good. Pretty confident that'll work. The drive blinking on the ring of light stopped, so that's a good sign. There we go. Nice. But is it gonna load? And it does. Okay. But we'll turn this to infinite. Scan it. And in the file manager, copy to Xbox 360. And we'll make a new folder. Skyrim, paste, all right. I ended up getting a new bezel. Threw that on there. Cleaned the fan. Replaced the fan with a new one, because that one was making some kind of strange noise after a while, and I figure for longevity I'll change that. The onboard storage, I took that out of there completely because it's pretty much useless. It seems like it's working right now, but you know, in the future it's gonna die anyway, so hell with it. Now what I do want to do is change the ring of light. Change these all to blue, change the center to white, and the error to red. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Also, I'm gonna clean up the case. I'm gonna find the best parts and put them on it, and then I'll be done. Here's some 0408s, I think, with white, blue. I probably don't have enough blue in this pack, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. I need 8 of them. I guess I'm just gonna have to pull from the roll. I don't want to mix and match because I don't know if they're the same tint of blue. There's purple. I've done purple before, and it doesn't really look that great. It looks pink through the diffuser, so don't think I'm gonna do that. Yellow looks like green, so it's not really a difference. We're at 350 with an airflow of 6. So that's the ring of light without the LEDs. Typically what I do is I'll take the desoldering braid to it, but look under the microscope real quick. These capacitors and resistors, make sure they're not out of play. Okay, so there's that. Nice clean job. Okay, so there's a resistor. It seems fine. There's a resistor that started to come off. These ones, yeah, those are fine. These, would there be a resistor there? I don't know. I'll look into it. Here it is. Okay, so no, that's not populated. We're good. Oh, I forgot the center one. Whoops.